Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Ace back with another Madden 20 Alphabet Online head-to-head gameplay for you guys. Today we have none other than the Pittsburgh Steelers, switching it up with the PA teams. Today we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yesterday we did the Philadelphia Eagles, so we're getting the PA teams out of the way. Honestly, these teams really aren't even that far apart from each other, which is actually crazy to think about. I mean, Pennsylvania has two teams, but someone like LA who has three teams. Not anymore though, because Raiders are now not in Oakland anymore. They are now based in Las Vegas. But that's not the topic of the video. We are here to talk about the Steelers, and I am back, guys. Oh man, yesterday when I made that video, just hear my voice. I do sound really upset, and that was just because of my stomach. But I'm feeling way better today, and I somehow woke up today and my computer was crashing, but I'm still getting this video out. I'm having a terrible week, man, terrible week, but we're here, man, and I'm here to make this video, and I'm pretty happy to get back in the groove of things. And while I was using this team the other day, during this series, I have had a lot of rough patches with particular teams, but the Steelers, we went online. I played one game and just dominated. Big Ben's a great quarterback in Madden 20, along with their run game is just crazy. Their O-line is really good. James Conner is a little slow, but he does break off for a huge run later on in the video. And he also splits reps with Jalen Samuels in Madden 20. And Jalen Samuels is pretty fast. And their third-string running back is pretty fast. I think it's like Benny Snell or somebody like that, who they actually just recently drafted. But that's besides the point. Let's get into the Pittsburgh Steelers and what they have done during the offseason so far. So as usual, guys, besides yesterday's video, we normally get into just like some notable signings that the teams have made so far. Not to say that these signings aren't crazy, but at the same time, they're less notable than the ones that I'm going to talk about later that truly do affect a team and how they will play. So let's get a couple of these names out of the way. Kayvon Walker, defensive tackle, has been signed. Derek Watt, fullback, signed. Derek Watt is coming over from the Los Angeles Chargers and is now reunited with TJ Watt, and who knows, maybe they'll get JJ in the future and it'll be like the first brother trio in the NFL. That would be pretty sick to see. And then we go down, Zach Banner, offensive tackle, Cameron Canaday, long snapper, and the last one that we are going to know here is safety Jordan Dangerfield. That's an incredible last name, may I add. Besides that, let's get into the bigger signings. And the first one we are going to talk about, it's not big, but it's definitely something to note because it's just going to make that offensive line just a tad bit better with the signing of guard Stefan Wisniewski. I believe that's how you say his last name. He was actually on the Philadelphia Eagles for a little bit. I believe he won a Super Bowl with us, and I believe he was actually starting when we won that Super Bowl. And Wisniewski's been in the NFL for a while. If you guys do not know, he came into the NFL as a safety for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I believe he was a high draft pick. So, you guys are getting some more veteran experience on that O-line. That O-line is really good as is, but now you are adding a very experienced veteran guard just to make that O-line even better. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm really expecting James Conner to have a great year this year. I ended up picking him in fantasy football this year, and I'm not going to lie, there were some times where he was a little disappointing, but James Conner, he's going to get the job done. I believe he is a great running back, and besides, James Conner, they also got Jalen Samuels and Benny Snell, like I mentioned earlier. That run game is just crazy. I'm really excited to see how this offense is going to click this year, especially with Ben Roethlisberger. And that leads us into the next signing. Speaking of Ben Roethlisberger, he has a brand new target. In my opinion, one of the most underrated players in the NFL. I don't even know why he was a free agent to begin with, but the Steelers have signed tight end Eric Ebron to a contract, and in my opinion, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the Colts let Ebron go. he was playing great for them. Eric Ebron came into the league as a first-round draft pick for the Lions, and it didn't really work out with the Lions. I mean, he definitely could have done a lot better in Detroit, but I believe he was just like, getting hurt a lot when he was coming back. He was kind of playing, not to his standards. But after they released him and he got to the Los Angeles Chargers, I mean, his whole demeanor changed. I love Eric Ebron. I think he's one of the more underrated tight ends in the NFL. He's not top 5 because there's a lot of talent at tight end in the NFL nowadays. But Eric Ebron is definitely one of the more underrated guys in the NFL, and Pittsburgh gets a great addition to an already stellar tight end group. And Big Ben has all the targets in the world now. I mean, who knows? Like, they might go ahead and even draft a receiver in the first round this year. You never know with Pittsburgh. As now that I'm watching this gameplay back, I still can't believe I threw that interception right there. And just one thing that I do in these videos, like every now and then I will stop and talk about the gameplay, but like I kind of keep these videos just to like news. But I don't know, man. Madden's been treating your boy. It's alright. It's alright. It hasn't been bad. Madden's still enjoyable to play, which is kind of hard to say around this time of year, but that's besides the point. Before I get into my whole spiel about Madden, let's get into the last signing that we are going to talk about. We are switching over to defense, and you can call it a signing, you can call it a tag, or whatever you want, but Bud Dupree is currently franchise tagged, and honestly, like you saw earlier in the video, if you guys are paying attention to the gameplay, Bud Dupree, he was making some noise earlier in our gameplay. Definitely underrated for that defense. Probably like the best. I mean, you can't even say he's the best defender because that defense has just gotten crazy. The Steelers went ahead and made probably one of the more under the radar trades during the season when they got Minkah Fitzpatrick, and I know Dolphins fans are probably so upset with that trade because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like the Dolphins, they're in a great position right now, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, he's so young and he's so good, and it's just crazy to just see him get traded. And he goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and with this team, Steelers fans, I believe that you guys could make a run this year. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason last year, I mean, you could blame Mason Rudolph. I mean, I don't know. Ben Roethlisberger is definitely going to be a big help to the team this year. He's Big Ben. He's a legend, in my opinion. He's going to come back and take the NFL by storm, and I don't think a lot of people are ready for it because the AFC is definitely a winnable division now. The only people in the AFC, especially in the Steelers division, I mean, Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, probably the only team that they're going to have to compete with, unless Cleveland does do good this year, however. But that division, I mean, it is what it is. I think the Steelers could possibly make some noise this year, but that's just my opinion. You guys let me know how you think the Steelers are going to do in the comment section below. But that's all I have for the news. Last thing that I wanted to touch on is what I'm going to be doing with this game. Currently, we have, I believe, somewhere around like 5 to 6 more teams left in the series. After I am done with all these teams, the rest of the teams, I'm going to be making a top 10 plays of the entire series, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, the plays that we have been making so far, when you have to play with all 32 teams, you play a lot of games, there are some nutty things that go on, and I'm gonna make a top 10, and it's gonna be amazing. So make sure to keep your eyes peeled out on that. If I already did your favorite team and you just don't care about the rest of these teams, you just want to wait for that, your team might be in the top 10. If not, if you just want to see some crazy Madden gameplay, it'll be in the top 10. But Besides that, I also have Ultimate Team coming out sooner or later. I've been grinding, guys. I got that new Ed Reed, Jadeveon Clowney. My team's looking pretty nasty, so it's just I gotta stop being lazy and pretty much just make this content for you guys. But that's all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, comment, and subscribe. And it's your boy Ace. We're back. See you in the next one.